Warning: mentions of nazism, homophobia, pedophilia, racism, transphobia, and flirting in a server with minors. If you can't handle those topics, then I'd recommend you clicking off. And please don't harass anyone I mention. So this happened around 8 p.m. for me at the 13th of February. And then someone by the name of Andrew joined my server. At that point, I was first excited because a new person, and he was really kind. And then someone else by the name of, I don't really remember what they were called, so we're just gonna call them G also. And at some point, I wanted to use one of my emojis, but they were full of nazy pictures and flags. But now, before we continue, before this happened, I allowed people on my server to make emojis because most of the people on my server were my mutuals and people who I trusted. Anyway, so when I was noticed that all my emojis were gone, I was like, huh, where are my emojis? I went to the emoji icon thing, and I realized that G and Andrew were the ones responsible for changing them, and I got mad, so I banned the both of them. And thus, after that happened, Andrew was commenting on most of my recent posts saying that I'm mean and I should unban them, which I said no to because, in my opinion, it's common sense not to put nazi flags and photos in a server with minors. I just ignored it and I just went to bed. But apparently, a week, I think, after the situation happened, he said he addressed the allegations, but I'm not sure. I didn't see it. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. So the next day was Saturday, and this is gonna be a lot because I'm gonna be calling 3 to 5 people out. So there was this person I'll call Asterisk, and he was sending in the server chat death threats to me, saying I should get raped and calling me a Jew while I'm Muslim. And then he said that Muslims should die because Muslims rape kids, which is far from the truth. But then I was getting messages from someone by the name of Fish Princess, and they were sending me and they were texting me saying that they were gonna touch me, rape me, calling me the N-slur, telling me to leave my religion for them, and saying that they want to violate me, sending gifts that said "Wake up, N-word, it's grape o'clock," and stuff. And they also sent me a gift of shooting I think it's a black person. I'm not sure, but it was someone shooting another person. And at that time, 3 people, I Love David, SAF, of Helter Cheese, and Savrian were in the chat glorifying rape, pedophilia, transphobia, and I think racism and homophobia. I'm not sure. But I think I'm also at fault for this because in the channel description, it was said that you can use slurs, but you can't overuse them. But at the time of making the server, I didn't know what slurs were at the point because I just assumed that slurs were the same as cuss words, and I am disappointed at myself for thinking that, and I should have done my research about slurs. So now the people who are mentioned in this video are all banned or blocked from me at the server. Now, I don't know if this was rage bait or trolls, but the server is currently getting a new chat and it's getting renewed because deleting all those messages is going to be tiring. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble about this whole incident, and I hope you have a good day, night, evening, whatever. See ya!